I've been giving this love. Yeah, I've been living with it. Oh, I've been dwelling on it. I got something in my heart. Ooh, if you permit me just a moment, if you could humor me, just a touch of sweet indulgence, I will make this plain to see. I'm talking that one-on-one. I'm talking that all you need. I'm talking that all you want. I'm talking about you and me. So come and get all this love. Yeah. Come and get all this love. Come and get all this love. Come and get all this love. I'm talking that return. I'm talking about say that date. Coming home to you every day. Talking 3, 4, 5 damn babies. Come and get all this love. Yeah. Come and get all this love. Come and get all this love, love. And when you need me, you can find me, girl, for life, for life. I recognize the things you do to be my only lover. You say you want all the smoke, well I got this fire for you. I got this fire. You don't need the honor to be mine, I'll be yours. Woman, come and get all this love. Truly, the other girls, I swear they never do me the way that you do, baby, cause you take it so personal to be the best I've ever known, I've ever seen, I've ever shown. The parts of me that I keep close is scary. The weight I've always carried. You relieve that, I believe that this was meant to be. Your energy's out of this world, call you ET. Heavenly like G-O-D, so I receive that. I'm talking that one-on-one. I'm talking that all you. Coming in all this love. Come and get all this love. Come and get all this love. Hey, family. I'm talking about notifications. Hey. So come and get all this love. Come and get all this love. Come and get all this love. I am thinking about, I'm going to have to do I know one of the people I follow, they do a what? Who is that? You don't know Trey Song? Trey Song. Let me show you. Let me stop sharing that and share Trey Song. Your energy's out of this world, just like E.T. I'm talking about. That's who it is. It is Trey Song. That's Trey Song. Hold on. Hold on. All right, family. I'm back. Thank you for holding. I probably won't be able to stay on too long. But yes. Yeah, I know, right? Because I didn't show the other video. Copyright. Yeah, it's a short period of time I played the music. So hopefully I won't. But this is who sings that song. And let me calm down. This is a lot I have to discuss in a short period of time. Yeah, the other video, I'm not showing it, but you can hear the Schumann's, you can hear the vibration. And it really feels extraordinary. So I got some vibrations going on in the background. But I'm not showing their video because I don't want to get a copyright. But I am utilizing. I'll let you see it for a short period of time so you can get what I'm doing, and then I'll just, you see. But that's what's going on. The Schumann resonance for grounding and stability and well-being is in the background. I hope y'all were able to see that real quickly. Now let me put on this. Put the other one back on. Okay, that guy from Texas. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get everything straightened out. Okay, I'm ready to talk. Now, the forecast, the spiritual forecast. And I think from here on out, we need to focus on ways that we can because most people that listen to me are people who already see, people who already are at a high altitude as far as frequency. We're already there. So we're at the point where we're trying to rise. We want to rise above all that's around us. So we're not really into all that's around us. We're just trying to go along with the frequency that is coming into the planet, that is actually trying to naturally rise us up higher to, on out of here. So what's going on now is, yes, there is a powerful energy that's into the earth now, but it's nothing for us to fear, but it's everything for those who say perception is everything, but don't live by it for themselves, who if you still think that a man molded and made
the world created you. Yeah, I've heard of Billy Carson. If you still think that a man used his hands to make you and me, and you think then you have been fooled. It is nothing like we've been told or we think, because everything here is at low vibration. So it's a lower, they pull us down into a dumb state, don't understand the manifestation of darkness, of blackness, of what we call the night, or that is not understood or understood. So it's not about a being like us that's similar to us, or a what they call the God, which when we look at it, it's just a generator, operator, destroyer. And that could be just a system. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it can be done. We see things done automatically in nature all the time. So it's like a cycle, a system. Just think about how we grow a plant. Just think about how how man and woman come together to form a fetus in the inside of the female, and the process of that baby growing. It's all automatic on its own. We don't literally see somebody forming something. It's not about the forming, it's about what is done. So that actually proves that you are the God individually. Even if we were on the level of plants, we could say that they were GODs, right? They are, because all it takes is sometimes a seed just be on the ground, and you can grow. And the rain and the different elements happen, and they will actually make that seed grow automatically. Some things don't take a lot or need intervening. It just happens. And like I said about the lower state we're in such a lower state that our energies have been taken advantage of time after time after time, to be captured, to be um, put into bodies. So basically, this energy is not coming, this frequency that's in the earth. It may seem wicked, but of course, look at all the wickedness that has happened on the earth. Who taught you perception was everything? But yet, when you perceive, it's another story. When you think about it, doesn't it sound psychotic for you to be taught that perception is everything, but yet when you perceive something to be a danger to you, you're in the wrong? So we've always been in this situation. We've always been put in this situation because we are in the body. And being in the body as souls, we're vulnerable. We're vulnerable. This is why we have to stay at that high altitude. We have to, be a consciousness for where we're at, and but our consciousness has been hindered. Ours have, and knowing that ours have been hindered, and no one else's has been, then that should say a lot. That should say a lot, or tell you a lot. So there is things going on in the earth currently, and that's the changes that naturally come through to bring forth a change, because the earth cannot no longer deal with the low frequencies that are in it. So those lower frequencies have to be removed. This is why you see a lot of things going on towards the higher frequency beings. They have been pulled and used and abused and taken advantage of because they do not know themselves. They know lack of knowledge. I would say in this spiritual forecast, the lack of knowledge is very critical. You got to know who you are, what you are, and why you are. If you don't know that, then you don't know anything. But to be cattle and doing as the herder told you, herd immunity. Because that's what he wants to do. He wants to herd immunity the whole flock. And that in itself is tricky. It's a lot of tricky things going on to get you to willingly hand over yourself into more. And this is not the first time this has happened to us. It's happened to us over and over and over again. This is why I'm in the body I'm in. You see, this is why I'm in the body that I'm currently in. This is why you're in the body you're currently in, because of the last trickery that was performed against us to get us in this body and living in this illusion. Many won't understand it when I'm talking about, but it is what it is, and it's this wickedness that you may feel is in here. It shouldn't be wicked for us because we've lived with wickedness, but this energy, it feels wicked because it's some wicked deeds that have been done that it needs to take care of. And being of high energy beings, we are protected, but you're not protected if you don't have a consciousness of yourself. You're not aware of yourself, of who you are, and you don't accept your powers that you have. It's not about being, like I said, it's not about evil or good. It's not about bad or good. It's all about duality and understanding that within ourselves. Simple as that. Yeah, you said that guy from Texas. You said the oceans and the air is polluted. Yes, it's so wickedness. A lot of wickedness on the earth is going on, and those that are vibrating at that wickedness level, well, the frequency is going to be a wicked frequency. But when you're vibrating on a high frequency, you're not going to really have to deal with it. You're not going to have to deal with it. And that's what I want to explain. Not only that, but where we're at. You see, the more conscious our people become aware, the higher the energy will be on the earth. The more higher the energy is on the earth. And that's the wickedness that is here. We won't tolerate no kind of nonsense at all. Because it's been enough nonsense in the earth. It's been enough. And they call it global warming, whatever, but I know that it was 56 degrees here in the peninsula of Virginia. And I say around this time it's usually hot. So it's a big change, like a little chilly, in May, a little chilly in May here. So, the weather and all of, we can look around us and see a lot of different things happening, weird things we are noticing. Um, the pandemic that's going on. And a whole host of other things. A whole host of everything. A lot should be revealed. I know a lot has been revealed to me. And just know that being enlightened is your protection. It's your protection. I'm thinking about making these little wood all seeing eye necklaces or bracelets, and empowering them um, through allowing some of our ancestors to go into them and allow them to have a place of refuge in that piece of necklace or bracelet charm, so that when you walk around and you're aware of yourself, you can be protected as well by the ancestors. I'm really wanting to do that because lately here, spirits are around us right now. I feel a lot of times when I'm in my car, like my seatbelt light. Okay, I'll let you know that guy from Texas. I'm gonna have to. I was told to do that, and because I'm walking around with a necklace I purchased from somewhere else, but I know I can do a better one. I can do a better one. Uh, that is, I have to do. Create, basically we have to create, always be creating, because that's how we're moving forward. And with my own bare hands, the hands that come from the ancestors, all of us got the hands of the ancestors, and we have to utilize those. That's part of you exercising your powers. family. That's part of you getting out and exercising your powers. It's using your hands, building and making things. Like definitely, I have come to conclusion that your portal or your Stargate or the place where you're going to enter and exit this place is basically your gift. It's your gift, what you can do, you know. Uh, we all have that, every single one of us. So we need to find ourselves and find that thing that we're good at, that niche. And once we find that niche, that will be our gate. That's our gate. That's it. That's all it ever was. As stars, you know, that's what it is. And, you know, a lot of these things have been well hidden from us. And when I do get ready to, I'll probably do make a little commercial on my video, or I'll send it out, depending on how just good my video that I make for a commercial is. I might send it out to some other people to help me to promote these little charms. But I feel like it's very critical that we have something like these things. And we can use as many as, so I encourage you to create and make. I highly suggest that's part of us uh, contributing to the community. That's part of that. And encouraging our family and friends to strive for higher. So yes, there is, a wickedness in the earth, but it's what's coming to return wickedness for wickedness that has happened on the earth. And like I said, we've always been protected because all fear us. And another thing is these emotions. Our emotions, I talked about that before, that we cannot allow our emotions to be controlled, because there was a video I watched. Okay. Let me get it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I got it here. This is how they get us with these emotions. And where is it at? He was in the store. Oh my goodness, what did I do? I'm trying to find it. Um, Okay, this one right here. Okay.
Well, I heard a lot of things. Certainly, there are some folks in this community that are legitimately grieving, and we heard from them. We heard a lot of folks who believe the First Amendment only applies to them and took great pains to shout down anybody that disagreed with them. Despite my ongoing disagreements with the police union, I have to say that their members tonight conducted themselves, I thought, with great restraint, given the ad hominem invective that was being unleashed on their work personally and the police department generally. So, this is a controversy. This is a tragedy. I've said it over and over again. It's a tragedy for the family, it's a tragedy for Officer Manning, it's a tragedy for the community. But I'm not blind to the fact that there's a lot of people lining up to take advantage of this tragedy to flog their own agendas, and that was clear tonight as well.
You were accused of saying something to one of the protesters, or one of the people in the stands. He accused you.
He was making so much noise. I have no idea what he's talking about, but he feels insulted too bad.
What's your response to some of the people that thought you were being disrespectful by being on your phone and not being attentive to them?
Well, I was on my phone, and yes, that's true. I was following developments with a 5-year-old little girl sitting on her dad's lap who just got shot in the head by a drive-by shooting. If some of the people here gave a good goddamn about the victimization of people in this community by crime, I take some of their invective more seriously. The greatest racial disparity in the city of Milwaukee is getting shot and killed. Hello. 80% of my homicide victims every year are African American.
Okay. Now, those who are not conscious will fall for this. They will say that, okay, this cop's seen a lot. They would just, like day to day, people just look over everything. They don't really they don't analyze things deeply. They don't see it deeply, and they've always been taught, don't go too deep. They've always been taught, don't go too deep into things. But this guy is actually pulling on your heartstrings. This guy's actually pulling on your heartstrings. And he is trying to shame you in return for calling him out. Through your weak emotions. They know that we have weak emotions. So, and we don't, that they control our emotions. They can easily control our emotions. So this is what this guy is actually doing. If you're not keen to what he's doing, because the whole thing is that 5-year-old girl wouldn't be in the situation she is. And now a gunshot to her head. If her father wasn't put in this situation, if his mother and father weren't put in this situation, if their great-great-great-grands weren't put in the situation, neither one of us would be here now. That's the whole fact of that matter. Nobody would be here now in the conditions that we are currently in. And that is what is missed. And that is what is missed. So they can miss me. They can miss me with all the other stuff. I've always talked on my video about controlling our own emotions and not allowing outside influences come in and have power, take that power, because your emotions are powerful. And you decide what you're going to do with it, how you're going to use it. Because we know all is an illusion. And in this game, they don't play fair at all. That's why we don't know anything about ourselves, but we fall for every trick in the bag because they have decided, they have wrote our narratives. They have wrote the story, and we're just like zombies falling in line and functioning. So basically, like I said, this has been done to us over and over again. This is why we're in this condition in the body now. We've been locked down in the body. Now they're formulating another thing to do, which is the next step. How to keep you locked in the body. Because before they put us in the body, and they know that we pass on, and they had to hinder us by not having knowledge about ourselves, so we couldn't vibrate higher to get out of this place. But some of us have been able to escape it. So they have to come up with a new thing. And this is what's going on in the spiritual. And with that said, family, thank you, Cardinal Sin. Thank you, that guy from Texas. Thank you. Always remember true love, real peace, and the higher self within the soul. Till next time, peace.